This is the pound yen on the 5, and we have a triangle that's set up, and I've been quite aggressive with this triangle. I'll talk through why in just a moment. First of all, let's just look at the high time frame analysis. It does look as though we are coming lower here to potentially this lower level just here. If we go to the 240, you can see that we had a nice big lower low lower close, and it looks as though, although we haven't as yet, but it looks as though we could violate the structure level. Of course, we don't know that until it actually happens. Let's go to the 60. This is what I like to see. Big momentum candles, maybe a little bit of a hold before the continuation, before the drop. Here on the hourly though, we do have that break below, close below this level just here. If we go to the 15, just consolidation. Let's go to the 5. And this is what I'm really looking at. So we had a move lower, then we had consolidation, we had a breakout. Whenever I see these patterns, they happen after momentum moves. I look for them again to see if we can hop on that directional move, and just here we have a triangle. Now, okay, so what we have here, this triangle is defined by having a directional pole first of all, which you can clearly see here. We then have a minimum of 2 touches either side, so that's 4 touches, and we have it on the closes of the candles. I'm just going to move that to there. Okay, so these smaller time frames, you're really looking for 3 touches either side to add for additional confirmation. Now, this here, this indecision candle, is what I've used as the entry instead of a lower low, lower close. Now, a couple of reasons for that. One is here on the 5, we're trending heavily because we've already had a breakout pattern. The moves are very directional. And if I was to wait for a lower low, lower close candle here, the reward to risk would be no good. So on the lower time frames where the risk is reduced, I can be a little bit more aggressive with the entry. What I need to see is that this test here does not touch the first test, giving me confirmation that we're wedging on one side, and because we've got 3 tests along the bottom, this is confirmed as a triangle for me. Now, we have just had the lower low, lower close. However, on the lower time frames, I must have my stop above the second test up here. So what that means is that I play for a standard 127 fib as usual. And just let me put on this 127 fib. Looking like that. I'm just going to drop to the 5 range a second. And I'm looking at where the start of the pole comes in. Yeah, I've got it up there, so I can save an extra pip there. Okay, let's just go back to the 5 minutes. So I'm front running by 2 pips for that 127 fib. So what does it look like then? Well, the risk is 14, the reward is 18, and you can see now why I've been a little bit more aggressive with this, because of the reward to risk, because the 5 minute moves very quickly, and hopefully here we can see the continuation here and get the actual breakout and those 18 pips. And we're back for the final update, and as you can see now, price has rallied down here and hit those targets for 18 pips. So in this instance, being aggressive worked quite well here. It gave me a positive reward to risk, although I did wait for the trend line to be tested because I did want my stop above the highest point, which was here. Of course, it could have gone here, but my backtesting results show that on these lower time frames, I do need it above the second test, the highest point up here. Nevertheless, very nice trade there for 18 pips.